Hey guys, it's Rob again, back with another video. Well, after a long 3-year struggle of anything and everything going wrong with this guitar project, yesterday afternoon around, well, it was around 12 noon, we sprayed the final coat of clear coat on this Telecaster project, and ladies and gentlemen, I can stand here and I can finally tell you that as far as the spraying process goes, we are finally finished with this guitar. And you know, you deal with so much in your life, you know, and sometimes when you know there's something that you're passionate about doing, sometimes your struggles gets in the way of your passion. But after everything we have gone through with this project, you know, getting this Telecaster body painted, you know, we have finally finished the spraying process. And the beauty this time around, ladies and gentlemen, we have from what I can tell, we don't have any kind of imperfections bleeding through the clear coat. You know, we have no, you know, dings or any kind of bits and pieces of, you know, just any imperfection whatsoever bleeding through this guitar. And it's got a little, you know, a little dust in it, but even when you're in your own paint, you know, painting inside your own paint booth, you know, you're gonna get little things in the clear coat. It's just gonna happen. Even if you're in a professional booth, you know, those things are gonna happen. And I apologize for the crappy lighting in here. I've got like 2 work lights in here, and I have the overhead light in my garage on. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning right now, and I don't have the garage door up, but yes, we are finally finished with the spraying process. Like I said, we finished this around 12 noon on Monday, October the 6th. So going forward, we're going to give this a solid week of cure time. Get all the solvents, you know, out of the paint. You know, the longer this goes, the easier it's going to take to sand and polish. So basically what we did, my system that I used, I went down 1 coat on this Spray Max 2K Clear because I wanted to make sure we didn't have the same issue that we had last time with trying to run the whole can out. So we did 2 light tack coats, and then we did 3 medium wet coats, and here we are. So the longer this sits, you know, the harder it's going to get. And I mean, you could technically start sanding and polishing within 24 to 48 hours, but we've come this far and we're not taking any chances, so we're going to give this a solid week of cure time. When I come back and I have this thing fully sanded and polished, I'll do a final thoughts video, and I'll show all of the products that I used in the process of doing this, in case you are thinking about, you know, wanting to do this kind of project yourself. You know, in this day and age of, you know, nitrocellulose lacquer and polyurethanes and water-based paints, me personally, if you're somebody who is new to this hobby and you're asking, you know, what is the easiest kind of paint to use in order to paint my guitar, honestly, I would have to say, in my personal opinion, the Createx line of paints. Actually, I prefer the Wicked Colors line by Createx. This is a This is a red pearl. And then clear coat you have to be very careful with. You know, if you've never sprayed 2K clear out of a full-size spray gun before, you know, you really would probably be better off getting yourself some of the Spray Max 2K clear. You can get it off of Amazon for, I want to say I paid about $25. And you know, you'll hear a lot of the guys say, oh, you need at least 2 cans. No, 1 can is more than enough, guys. When I did this the last time and I let this thing sit for over a week, one can was plenty. You know, you're not burying, you know, a bunch of graphics. You're just adding clear coat to color. But like I said, I will do a final thoughts video and show you all of the products that I used to get to this point. That'll be a little bit over a week, but for now, just want to thank everybody for sticking with me through all of this. Have a blessed day. I'll see you in a week's time. Take care of yourself and take care of others, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.